First there was Mauritius, and then there was Paradise. But Paradise was just a copy of Mauritius. These are the words written by Mark Twain almost 100 years ago, and they are still relevant today. Find out what captivated the writer about Mauritius and why it is worth to visit this place. May to October are the best months to visit Mauritius because this is the dry season and the temperatures are pleasant, around 25 degrees. During the months of November through April, rainfall and tropical storms are to be expected. The island's waters are warm practically all year round. Therefore, swimming can be enjoyed from January all the way to December. Mauritius is located in the summery and humid tropics. The temperatures are pleasant all year round. The average annual temperature is 23.3 degrees Celsius on the coasts and 19.4 degrees Celsius in the highlands. There is 80% humidity. In the southern hemisphere, winter from May to October is dry and summer from November to April is wet. There are also differences between the east and the west coasts. Less rain falls on the west coasts. Less rain falls on the west coast, which is protected by mountains. In general, one could say that the west and north are warmer than the south and east. In Mauritius, it is also possible for cyclones to move across the southwest Indian Ocean. Cyclone season roughly lasts between November 15 to May 15. There are many must-see places on this magnificent island. Of course, it is impossible to see everything during one visit. Many people charmed by the views and atmosphere of this paradise return again. Only then it is possible to see Mauritius in all its glory. Port Louis, being the capital of Mauritius, is one of those sites that are worth visiting. It is located on the northwest coast of the island. With a population of about 170,000 people, it is the economic and cultural center of the island. Many different cultures, religions, and customs meet here. You should definitely take a stroll along the promenade and enjoy coffee in one of the many restaurants. You should also go to the central market where you will find a large selection of fruit, vegetables, spices, and souvenirs. You can also visit the Champs de Mars, the oldest racetrack in the southern hemisphere, or the Juma Mosque, which dates back to the 1850s and is the most beautiful religious building on Mauritius. Curepipe is the most elevated town in Mauritius. It lies at an altitude of 550 meters atop a plateau on the crater of the Truo Surfs volcano. The city has a population of about 80,000 people. The historic center of the town with the town hall, Central Market Square and St. Teresa's Church or Town Hall Garden should definitely be seen. Hotel de Ville City Hall, built in colonial style in 1902, is also a recommended site to see. Located near the City Hall, there is a statue of Sir Gaeton Duval, which is also embellished with a 1,000 rupee bill. You don't have to take notes. We have included all the practical info in the description below the video. That's where you can also find links with accommodation, tickets to attractions, and tips on how to pay abroad so as not to overpay on currency conversions. The Grand Bay is the main tourist center located in the north of the island. Small boutiques and shopping centers attract many tourists during the day. Grand Bay is an extremely beautiful place. It is known for offering many sports activities, such as scuba diving and boat trips. At night, it turns into a party center with numerous nightclubs and bars where not only tourists, but also the locals party. Flick and Flack is a former fishing village in the west. Its attraction is an 8-kilometer beach, the longest on the island. The beach is natural, therefore you can find seashells and coral here. Crystal clear water, fine white sand, and palm trees in the background are all you need for a perfect beach holiday. Chamarel in the southwestern part of the island is known for Chamarel Waterfall and the Land of Seven Colors. Chamarel Waterfall is located near the village of the same name. The Riviere de Cap River is up to 100 meters deep. The waterfall can be admired from a viewing platform. It is also possible to reach its base following a narrow path. Seven Colored Land's natural phenomenon is also located near the village. Like the rest of the island, the hilly landscape is of volcanic origin. Conversion of basaltic lava into clay minerals results in a variety of colors, from red through purple-blue to green-blue. It is impossible to see such views anywhere else. The Pamplemous's Botanical Garden is considered one of the most beautiful botanical gardens in the world and should definitely be visited during a trip to Mauritius. This is where you can admire the giant water lilies, which have huge flowers, or special talipot palm, which blooms only once. Taking a stroll around the garden helps to relax. The whole place fascinates with its incredible diversity. Black River Gorges National Park is located in the southwestern part of the island and covers an area of nearly 7,000 hectares. It is home to many unusual plants and animals, making it one of the rarest parks in Mauritius. For example, some of the special plants include Trochida dodo tree, verbena, or ox tongue. Among the endangered animal species that can be seen in the park, there are, for example, Mauritius kestrel or the long-tailed parrot. A 60-kilometer network of trails provides many opportunities for those who want to see this natural wonder in its full glory. Brabant Le Morne is a 556-meter high mountain in the southwestern part of the island, which offers a viewpoint that overlooks an incredible landscape. The 3.5-kilometer hike to the top of the mountain is totally worth it, and certainly no one will be left disappointed. An unforgettable view of the turquoise sea, stone cliffs, and green hills of the island are waiting for all who are eager for the experience. At the very top, there is also a magnificent cross. In an ecosystem that is world unique, Mauritius is home to a large number of plants and animals. Originally, the island's large areas were covered by rainforests. Today, there are about 670 species of plants, almost half of them being endemic. A mallow from the Trochidioboneana family is the national flower of Mauritius. Because of island's isolated location, there are also many endemic animal species. For example, various types of bats, as well as flying foxes. Many species, such as mice, mangoes, and cynomolgus monkeys, were introduced to the island by humans. Mauritius is also home to more than 100 species of birds. The island's symbol is dodo, a flightless bird measuring about 1 meter in height, which went extinct in about 1690. The local currency is the Mauritian rupee. It's advisable to exchange money in banks or exchange offices on the island as the exchange rate is better. The most popular credit cards can be used to pay almost everywhere, making it the most favorable and safest fam for most tourists. Line voltage in Mauritius is 230 volts at a frequency of 50 Hz. Type C and G sockets are used. To use those, an appropriate adapter is needed, so it is worth preparing one before seating off for the trip to avoid surprises. The official language of Mauritius is English. Therefore, it is easy to find your way around this beautiful place. In everyday life, very many locals speak their native language of Mauritian. It is used by the majority of the population and is a French-derived Creole language. Languages such as Bhojpuri, Hindi, Tamil, French, Urdu, and Chinese are also spoken by some groups around the island. Nearly half of the population is Indian. About 30% of Mauritius's population follows Christianity, of whom 2060 are Catholics. 17% of the population follows Islam. A very small minority are Buddhist or people who practice no religion at all. In 1847, a blue stamp was put into circulation as a printing error. The stamp, printed with post office inscription instead of postpaid one, which was common in Royal England at the time, had been printed in quantities of 500 copies each in red and blue. Only 4 uncanceled copies of Blue Mauritius now exist. 2 of them are in postal museums in London and The Hague. The 3rd copy is owned by the King of England, and the 4th is in the Blue Penny Museum in Port Louis. Mauritius cuisine is known for its spiciness and its exotic nature. It has been influenced by Indian, Chinese, Creole, and French food. A typical meal in Mauritius consists of either rice or farada that is scones, fish, or meat, vegetables, and curry sauce. Spicy soups made from legumes are also popular. Dal puri and roti are great snacks. These are scones with different types of curry, chunks of potatoes, beans, and chili. They are often served at small street stalls. Curry is the national dish of Mauritius. It can be eaten with chicken, beef, or fish. Seafood, fish, oysters, and shrimp are the basis of the island's cuisine. Fruit tastes exceptionally good. Fresh and juicy pineapples, lychees, coconuts, mangoes, and bananas can be eaten in plenty. Phoenix beer or slightly stronger Blue Marlin is a typical drink of choice on the island. You can also try Black Eagle, which is brewed here. Mauritius rum, which is enjoyed neat with a shot of cola or in cocktails, is also a must-try. The Old Mill rum is the most famous. The most popular dishes among tourists are fish in tomato sauce, Creole lobster, game curry with cauliflower, salted fish in tomato sauce with herbs, rice with meat or fish and vegetables and lots of herbs, small balls of thin dough stuffed with meat or vegetables served with sauce. Siga is the folk dance of Mauritius. The dance was originally performed by men and women around a campfire. Today, the Siga dance is often performed at hotel resorts. All travel-related documents must be valid for at least 6 months at the time of your entry. No visa is needed if the tourist stay will be shorter than 90 days. No special vaccinations are required in Mauritius. However, it is recommended that basic vaccinations for tetanus, diphtheria, and hepatitis A are checked. This will help ensure that during your trip, you will not be exposed to any diseases or other ailments. A tin tip is customary on Mauritius. It is not mandatory, although cleaning staff, porters, waiters, and cab drivers are usually tipped, and they are used to it. It is simply included in the travel cost plan for every tourist who decides to visit this island. Due to the warm climate, lightweight and airy clothing will be best. The Mauritians don't like it when you show too much skin, which is why it is advisable to cover up in public places. When visiting religious sites, you should have your arms and legs covered because otherwise you will not be allowed to enter. In Mauritius, left-hand traffic is established, which should be kept in mind when walking on the streets and especially when crossing roads. Avoid drinking tap water as this can lead to gut problems. Only boiled, bottled, or filtered water should be consumed during the trip. Pickpockets are also something to watch out for. You can most often be exposed to theft in the markets of Port Louis, Grand Bay, and Flick and Flack. Wild beaches should also be avoided, as much as places where there are no tourists. If you're already planning your trip, you can find accommodation and tickets to attractions on the spot in the links under the video description. You can also order a card for cheap payments abroad the same way. Press the bell and subscribe to our channel if you want to receive notifications about new episodes. Have a nice trip.